Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Zelda Ocarina of Time. Last episode we did a lot of collecting, like always, and we also went to the fishing ponds to obtain a golden skill. And in this episode we're hopefully going to the forest temple, so that's great, finally a temple. But before we do that, there's actually something we can get now that we are adults. But before we do that, look who's here, it's Mido!
What are you? Though you wear cockerish clothing, you can't fool me. I promised Sari I would never let anybody go through here.
I already forgot his voice, so I'm really sorry about that. But what you have to do, you actually need to use the Saria song. So that way he will know that you are befriended with Saria. Okay.
That melody! Saria plays that song all the time. Do you know Saria?
I sure do.
That song! Saria taught that song only to her friends. Okay, I trust you. When I see you, I don't know why, but I remember him.
And that's also something. We aren't really... Well, okay, wait. No, I'm not going to spoil that. That will be revealed later. I actually wanted to say something, but I'm not going to spoil that at the moment. So, when we were a child, we actually planted a magic bean in here, and it finally grew. So let's see. If you grow this magic bean, you can actually get this sculpture, so that's really useful. Okay, now that we got that one, let's get out of here. Now that we got that, we can finally go to the forest temple, and the forest temple is actually located in the Sacred Forest Meadow. I think I've said it before. So, yeah, it's easy. This time, though, you can't hear which way you need to go, so you need to remember the route. You need to have remembered it. So, yeah, we're here. And... oh my god, Navi again.
From here on, you'll be going through some narrow passages. If you take it slow, maybe you can sneak up on some enemies.
You see, yeah, I know. Just use your Z targeting. I don't care, Navi. Could I please stop talking with you? Oh my god.
Once your view is set, hold down Z to sidestep around the corner. That way, you won't be surprised by an enemy waiting in ambush.
So there are actually enemies in here, and I actually think they're moblins. Not sure. Look at those enemies. And don't get hit by those, or else something will happen. And I'm not going to show you guys. You can figure it out yourself. But he will practically impale you with his spear. So don't get hit by those enemies. You can only kill them with your sword and your hook shot. Yeah, well, okay, that's not true. You can defeat him in many ways, but you can only defeat him when his back is turned. So yeah. But what you can also do to just escape all these enemies altogether is use your... Yep, use your Scarecrow song. So you can just avoid them altogether. That's why this song is so useful. Look, there's Pierre, and now we can go on top of there. And we don't have to worry about those stupid moblins anymore. So that's great. Also, before we go to the forest temple, there's actually a sculpture around here. And I'm not sure where, but that's why I made it dark, so I can get pretty much all the sculptures I want without having to use the sun song again. And there it is. Okay, let's get it. There it is, okay. Give me my sculpture. Thank you. So, now let's go to the entrance of the forest. Wait a second. Yeah, I actually want to bring some fairy, yeah, I actually want to bring some fairies, you never know, because I haven't played this game in a while, so if I die, it would be nice if I had a fairy or two, even though I already have a lot of health and I shouldn't be dying, so yeah, better safe than sorry. So now I can actually show, me putting a fairy in a bottle. Just do this, and that's all. So, okay, I'll just bring one, because 2 is a little bit of overkill, and I don't think I'll be dying that much. So, yeah, I have to keep it a little bit of a challenge, I guess. Oh, well. Let's go outside, even though this isn't really a challenge with me having 13 hearts. And I don't collect 13 hearts because else the game will be too hard for me. I just like collecting stuff as soon as possible. That's just a thing I do in Zelda Ocarina of Time. I don't really do that in other Zelda games, but I just really like to do that here. And oh my gosh, this is the boss moblin. With his giant hammer thingy. So if you get behind him, he can't do shit and you just win. You just have to attack him and he'll die. You just can't do shit. I don't know why doesn't he turn around. I don't get it. But you get a couple of rupees from it, so that's cool. Oh, we're already at 500 rupees. That's cool. So there, right there is the forest temple. And I had my suspicions when I was younger, but I never knew that this actually was the forest temple till I got to the forest temple. So yeah. And oh my god, Saria is not at the tree stump thingy. My god. So so is Saria inside the forest temple? Oh my. Oh, look at that guy. He's back. It's Sheik. Such a mysterious fellow. The flow of time is always cruel. Its speed seems different for each person, but no one can change it. A thing that doesn't change with time is a memory of younger days. In order to come back, I really like that sentence, to be honest. The flow of time never changes, and it's different to each person. Because sometimes it feels like time goes by so fast. Like, I remember that I just started LPing. I still remember that, and it's like 3 months ago, but it just feels like it's like I just started yesterday or something. So time really flies when you're having fun, I guess. But I really like that sentence of Sheik. Play the minuet of the forest, and this is another warp song. If we use this song, we will actually be teleported to the sacred forest meadow, right in front of the forest temple. So that's a really nice warp song. Actually, all the warp songs we will learn in this game actually lead to a temple, so that's something to keep in mind. Because we already have the Serenade of Water, and we can actually already teleport to the water temple, but we're not going to there at the moment. Let's first do the forest temple. Curly, I'll see you again. Well, yeah, I saw you in Ice Cavern, so yeah. No shit. Okay, so now that we got that over with, if you didn't have a hookshot, you wouldn't be able to even enter this forest temple. That's why Sheik told us to go to Kakariko village. But now that we have, we can finally go inside. And I really like this temple. I just really like the design of it. It just really looks like an ancient temple in a forest. It just looks so cool. Also, the atmosphere is amazing. The music is really eerie and cool. And the boss is especially cool. Forest temple. Yeah, awesome music. So, before we actually move on, here's a key that I don't really forget, but plenty of people do. There's actually a key on top of that tree, so let's get that one before we move on. Because it would be kinda shitty if I had to go back later because I needed that key, so I might as well get it now. And there's also the first golden skulltula of this dungeon. I think there are around 5 golden skulltulas in the forest temple. I'm not sure, so I hope I can get them all. I have made it dark because I think there's one skulltula that you can't get unless it's dark. Could be wrong though. My memory is kind of vague. So there is the gold skulltula. Let's get that one. And as you can hear, there are actually wolfos down here. There actually spawn 2 wolfos if you try to enter that door. Don't worry about them. They're really easy. like that mini boss in the ice cavern. The snow wolfos. That one was really easy. Just one jump attack and he dies. So we got the first key and let's jump down and don't get... Oh my god, you stupid wolfo. Okay. Let's kill that one first. Now, okay, my god, that was easy. Now this one. Dude, it only takes one jump attack in the back. I think their back is their weak spot or something. Because they seem to die much quicker if you attack them in the back. Okay, so now that we got that over with, let's go in here. And watch out, because there's actually a Skulltula. And oh my god, sorry, I was kinda stumbling. Wait, what do I want to say? Never mind. What I was trying to say is that if the boomerang is not able to kill these Skulltulas, the boomerang is, however, able to stun them, but not able to kill them. And the hook shot. With the hook shot you can just kill them right away, so that's really useful. That's the main advantage about the hook shot over the boomerang, because you can kill enemies with it, not only stunning. And these 4 ghosts we actually have to hunt down to open that elevator again, so that's kinda tedious. Well, not really, I really like that concept. I actually really like that, hunting down those 4 ghosts. And my god, I like this temple. Just look at the architecture. It really looks like a temple. Because in later Zelda games there are plenty of temples that don't even look like temples. And well, okay, maybe they don't even have the temple in them, in their name. That's, yeah. I think there was a temple in Zelda Twilight Princess, a ice temple, but it wasn't really a temple. It was a temple, but it wasn't called Ice Temple. It was something called Ice Mansion or something. I'm not sure. It was a icy mansion, but I don't really know the name anymore. So here's another Skulltula. So yeah, I really like this temple. And let's get here first, because we were actually very close to a pretty dangerous enemy this early in the game, especially if you never get any heart pieces and only have 6 hearts. These enemies can really be a pain in the ass, and you'll see why. These enemies, the stall. Oh my god! Look at that. If that guy does a jump attack, it will actually deal 2 hearts of damage. So if you only have 6 hearts, those guys can pretty much 3-hit KO you. And that's pretty devastating this early in the game. And you bastard, don't kill me. I actually really had a bunch of trouble with these guys in the when I first started playing this game. So I hope I can kill these guys quickly before I get my ass kicked. And I think deco nuts are pretty useful, so let's try to use that. Okay, yeah, now use a jump attack. Oh my god. Come on, Stalfos. Thank you. Okay, that one dies. Also, there are Stalfos, a pair of Stalfos, that if you kill one and you don't hurry up with killing the second one, the first one will come back to life again. So you really need to kill these guys quickly later on in the game. Oh my god, no, don't kill me, thank you. Okay, just keep evading. Blocking isn't really useful because you want to keep attacking them. So it's really useful to just evade when they're jump attacking and then counter attack with your own jump attack. There are in this stage of the game, they are pretty devastating. Just don't. But if you have a fairy, I think you should be alright. And there's a fairy right here, so that's cool. Just if you're first playing this game and having difficulty with some enemies, just be sure to bring some fairies and you should be alright. Also, the boss in this dungeon is also pretty devastating damage-wise, because I think the most damaging move of this boss in this dungeon actually deals 3 whole hearts of damage. Yeah, you heard me right, 3 hearts. And that's really devastating, because if you only have 6 hearts, he will pretty much 2-hit KO you. So that really sucks ass. Okay, but now that we got that key, yeah, where should we go? Because there's actually a lot of things we can do. But let's first go in here. I'm not sure if we are able to do anything in here, but I just want to see. Because I don't really have a strategy for dungeons. I do know where to go. I don't really need a map or something, or a compass. Some things I just do in a different order, so yeah. Let's just go in here first. Oh, and even in this dungeon, the enemies are much bigger than before. So I think it has something to do with the evil powers inside this dungeon that these enemies have grown so much. So, please, thank you. Okay, now we killed that one. Let's see, can we do anything here? I think we're able to go on yeah, I think we're able to climb those vines. There's also a well here, but we need to drain that. We will be able to do that later. Let's see if there's something up here. It never hurts to check, so let's see. Well, not really, so let's just jump down and let's go to those vines. And I think there's actually a Skulltula right... Yeah, there's a Skulltula right there. Well, we will be able to get that later, so don't worry about that. I just have to keep that in mind. Okay, but before we go on top of these... before we climb these vines, let's get rid of these stupid Skulltulas. And when I was younger, I always tried to get the uppermost Skulltula, but you're not able to get that one, as far as I'm correct. You just can't get him. You just have to evade them at all costs. And be really careful, because if he hits you, you will fall down immediately, and you have to start over. So you just have to sneak past him. Okay, please don't see me. Okay. Okay, thank you. No. Oh no. Don't turn around. Thank you. Okay. That was easy. I had much more trouble with that when I was younger. Oh my god, another one of those. What are these guys called anyway? I think they're called bubbles or something. Yeah. Blue bubble. Guard against this blue flame with your shield. And I think in Master Quest, if you touch a blue bubble, the bubble will jinx you and you won't be able to use your sword anymore. So if you're playing Majora's Mask, be really careful for those thingies. Because if you get touched, you're pretty much screwed. And I think there's a dungeon map inside, and although I don't really need them, the chest is here anyway, so I might as well open it. I'm not getting dungeon maps that are too out of the way. If I have to bomb a wall or something, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to keep continuing. But if it's a dungeon, if it's a chest like that, if it's really close, I just open it anyway. Okay, oh my god. Oh, why is this one small? Well, I guess maybe there isn't much space for that one, I guess. So, oh, okay, let's kill that one first. Because there's actually a switch right there that will drain the water in the well. So, that's kind of useful. Let's do that. Okay, nice. The water gets drained. And let's see if we can do some other things. Because I recall that there's a... there was a Skulltula nearby. But where? Oh, okay, well, it is not here. It's in the other room. So, let's see what else can we do here? Oh, there's another Skulltula right there, and I think we're able to get that one. Not sure. Let's try it out, because I think we're able to get that one with Pierre the Scarecrow. Okay, let's kill this one first, this bastard. Okay, nice, and let's kill this Octorok. Nice. Okay, let's try to use the Scarecrow song. Okay, let's see if it works. No. Okay, so I guess it only works if you're near that Skulltula. I think there's a door right there, and if you jump down, you're able to get back up when you use the Scarecrow song. So we're not able to get there at the moment. So we'll just leave it. We'll just leave it there. What we can do, however, is jumping down this well. So let's see what's beneath here, and it's really important that you go down here because there's a key that you can get. I also forgot to mention that that starting from the Forest Temple, every dungeon has keys in them. In the first 3 dungeons, for whatever reason, there are no keys. So yeah, be aware of that because they are really useful. And what's also kind of weird, in that first Zelda game, if you get a key, you can use it in any dungeon of the game. And for whatever reason, they scrapped that in later games. But I actually found that kind of useful. I don't know why, but first time when I got a key, I thought like, or first time I completed a dungeon, I thought like, why do these keys keep carrying over? But it's kind of useful because you can farm keys pretty early, and I think there are even spare keys, I guess. Not sure. Maybe if you open up a room that's not really useful, you wasted a spare key. So if you don't open that room, you have a key to spare, I guess. Not sure though. But that's really cool about the game because you can use any key in any dungeon. So that's I actually kind of liked it about the game. And although I didn't grow up with Zelda 1, Zelda 1 does have really cool things in them that later games don't really have anymore, and that's kind of disappointing to say the least. So now that we get that sculpture, now that we got that key, let's get out of here because we're not able to do much else. So wait a second, let's look at the time. Yeah, as I thought, I'm kind of running low on time. So in the next episode, we're going to continue in the forest temple, and I hope you guys enjoyed this episode as much as I do, because I'm finally happy that I'm doing this dungeon again. I really like this dungeon. So I hope you liked it, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.